very hard to make yourself accepted in the situation you're selling something.
How to not hurt each other.
I'm giving all I have to get through this, and it's not easy. So I need somebody to help.
The two hidden torpedoes in a neurotypical neurodivergent relationship are the blame game and the drama triangle.
Should we fire torpedoes?
Two torpedoes that will sink ND-NT relationships, the blame game and the drama triangle. After 33 years together, we've learned how to spot them and steer clear. Hello and welcome to today's ADHD True Colors podcast with Michaela and
Rorik.
Today we're going to do something what we haven't done before, which is a live, true conversation, up close and personal, and uncensored. We're a bit excited because it is something that
Excited?
no other...
No, fearful.
Fearful?
Nervous.
Nervous and fearful. Because it's something that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I've seen any other couples coming up live. Not live, we're not live. We're not at that point to bring it to you live. But, I mean, uncensored topics that are painful, are difficult to approach. I'm sure you all have them when you're in a neurotypical, neurodivergent relationship. Of others too, but that's not the subject here. And these topics are quite specific and hard to address. And instead of explaining to you theoretically how we do it, we're going to try to have the conversation live. The subject is self-worth, fear of failure, and all the consequences of it. Okay, do you want to explain the situation?
No.
Okay, I'll give it a go. So, as you guys already know, we've been together for 30 years trying to figure out how to live together, and we only got a diagnosis of him having ADHD just a couple of months ago. And since then, a lot of things changed for the better. And one of the things we, as a consequence, want to change as well is where and how we will be living. So this means we want to sell our farm. We've lived here for over 20 years and now we want to move around the world. However, selling the house with the memories and the burdens of all the projects we started
And cancelled.
and never got rid of them after that is somehow complicated for several reasons. Let's start with the first reason. Having people come to visit the property. This is a difficult one. I'm the neurotypical of the team, and I am also partially sighted, and I have always been adverse to anything that had to do with selling. I'm really not a good salesperson. At least I think I'm not. I'm not sure. However, so talking to the people who are interested, preparing the presentations and all that, he's left this so far up to me. And also, I've noticed that when people come, it's really hard to make an appointment. It feels as if there's never a right moment. It's like, shall I invite them then, or shall I fix an appointment that this day? And it's like, it seems like you don't want to sell the house, to be honest. There's something is bothering you, and it's like, does he really want to do it, or would he prefer actually maybe just not doing it at all? And it doesn't make me sure at all. How are your feelings about people coming into our intimacy? Because that is what it is. And it's not just that, but it's also that we did a good job in cleaning up. Or I must say, I did a good job in cleaning up.
Because I ran away.
Yeah.
I was about 1,000 kilometers.
And while he was away, I've contacted other people to come and help me out every now and then to clean up the mess, basically. And I can assure you, mess there was. It's a lot better now, but still, It's you can see that these two people who lived here, they've been struggling, and it's not a pleasant feeling to show that to other people. So we recently got an offer from someone, and since that moment, and it seems like somehow you've come to terms with it. But can you explain? Because I would like to know how you feel about this particular issue, because it is something that can come up, and I'm sure it has done in some form or another in your relationships as well, where you want to do something and it seems like your partner is just not coming along with it.
Yeah. Well, first of all, something changed. The fact that yesterday this person came and he said like it was so close to our initial offer that I had this feeling like I was not wrong in evaluating the property. Actually, selling isn't that hard. Two difficult points on selling. The first one is a lot of indeed like small talk, and I hate small talk. But that's a technical issue. You can. I found a way out of this just by using communication techniques of chase.
Army, agent FBI, hypnosis, Gaia, NLP stuff.
Yeah. So instead of having to listen to things I don't want to listen to and go into this glaze, so just repeating what they are saying and reframing uh, the the words they have used, and also that for me that triggers an attention, focus to do it right. It's a technique. It's almost like a challenge. But that's just the technical part of selling. The other part is, and it's much more important. The thing that I want to sell has to have a value, and I, as seller, has to determine what is the value of this object or whatever I want to sell or service. And for me, it's very hard because all my complete entire childhood and even as a young adult, having this thing hurt like, yeah, but you're always doing this and you're doing that and you're not concentrated in you can't persist in what you're doing. And I think that these sentences have been repeated like 1,000 times, maybe more. A few times when I did something that somebody said like, hey, wow, this is nice, this is good or whatever, it's so little that I think it's like 1,000 times negative and a few hundred. So not even 10%. So if I want to sell this house, then I had to put a price on it, and I did a lot of research. I thought like, okay, this must be a good price. And in the beginning, when people showed up and we had no offer, it was really very hard for me to feel like to feel right. And if I don't feel right, it's very hard for me to be open. And if I'm not open to somebody who wants to buy the house, you think something's fishy.
Uh-huh.
And so for me, like I had this feeling like it is better not to show up than to be there and to give wrong vibrations.
But it's really hard to do this as a couple because we decided not to work with an agency, and thereby not making things easier for ourselves, because it means that it's a direct, and if people come here, I have to give them a reason as to why my husband is not present but being here. And so we found the solution in having you inside working. Just I mean, people, when people work in an office or then they are outside their homes, and it's easy. My husband's out to work. That explains why he's not there. But he's not there because, first of all, what we do is at home, but also because he can't be there. And I have to be convinced of the fact that he can't do it and not that he doesn't want to do it. This will change my expression. Because if I feel awkward and uneasy about the fact that I have to.
Or abandoned.
Abandoned, yes.
Abandoned, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, like I cannot be open to people and confident, then they will pick this up as insecurity, and they will then not be so ready or open to buy something. Basically, that's what it, because it's not just we give this house as an example, but you understand, I'm sure you understand that this is for a lot of other things as well. When it comes to explaining why I'm here and he's not while he is, and it's very confusing, and confusion is the worst thing you can do in any form of sales. So
Kiss is the...
keep it simple and stupid and clear. So this is what we had to figure out. So we found a bypass. You were working on the computer. I knocked on your door saying, we're going to disturb you for a second. Can you excuse us, please? And this seemed to work quite fine because I was at ease with the situation. Okay, we're going to do it like this. I'm okay with that. And he's at ease because he's doing something and he's not... We took away the awkwardness. I think this is also a little bit of a bypass.
This word and self-worth thing. Because, as I said, yesterday I received this first offer. It's a good price. And also my evaluation was good. That's correct.
Yep.
Tonight somebody else is going to come and I feel a lot more at ease now. The thing that's really holding me back is not knowing how to sell stuff. Because I can sell stuff. Like I sold my motorcycle for a good price. Cars, always for a good price.
Yep.
But I always do it completely alone. I mean, no family, no friends, just me and the potential buyer. Having this feeling that somebody's like criticizing me doesn't work. I can't be at ease with a potential buyer when I feel like the people I love are criticizing me.
Does it bother you too when other people criticize you? Or is it just the people that are close to you?
And most of the time I avoid situations where you can be criticized.
But it's a thin line between being critical and giving feedback. As a neurotypical partner, I think this is one of the most sensitive parts of communicating with a neurodivergent partner, because sometimes certain topics are, if you touch them, it hurts.
Like what?
Like, okay, I'll give you a good example. As we said before, there's a lot of things here that are remnants of failed projects, materials, stoof. For my part, it's painful to think about it, but I wouldn't mind getting rid of it, even if it's for a ridiculously low price. I wouldn't really care. Just get it out of my sight. And for you, this is completely different. And a while ago, I asked you about this, and you replied to me that artifacts remind me in everyday life that I'm a loser. And this shocked me, because I don't think of him as a loser. Even before we had the diagnosis of ADHD, I didn't think of you as a loser. Talented you are, and how versatile, how much skills you have, and that the things that you do are really amazing. But I did realize there's something terribly wrong with your idea of self-worth if you're calling yourself a loser. So why did you say that?
I think it's more like being a loser in this project. And these are like the artifacts of this project. So I wanted to be reminded that it's not gonna work, so you don't have to invest more time and money and energy in this project because it's never gonna work. Losing the project and letting it go. But sometimes I think like, oh yeah, maybe I could do it this way or that way, change it a little bit here. Or you worked very hard to try to change and make it as a good offer to your public or whatever.
To which extent does keeping these artifacts visible help restart your new life?
Hi guys! This was a very short video. We had to chop it up in 3 pieces because, as you can see, we're out here in the wild and we can't upload the video in one part. So this was for Monday, part 1, Tuesday, part 2, and Wednesday, part 3.
So stay tuned and meanwhile enjoy the scenery. See you back tomorrow, guys.